Alright, for this one we want to find the equation of a tangent line to f of x, which is tangent x, through this point pi over 4, 1. Alright, so to write the equation of a line, we can do point slope or slope intercept. I guess both have some different advantages to them, but you can see that both equations need the slope, and the slope of my line, the slope of the tangent line, will be the derivative of f of x at this x value. So I need to know the derivative of f of x, and this is just the derivative of a trig function, so best to just memorize that, so it doesn't take very long. Okay, and so now this tells me the slope at any x, but I want to know what is the slope at this x. Alright, so at pi over 4, cosine is square root of 2 over 2, so secant is 2 over the square root of 2, and since it's secant squared, that would be 4 over 2, which comes out to be 2. Alright, so the slope I would like to use is 2. Alright, and now I need to plug in the point as well, so that for point slope it needs the slope and the point. So here's the x value, here's the y value. Double check that since I did that too quickly on the previous question. And that's why I prefer point slope, because I'm done. But if you really want to do slope intercept, you can distribute the 2 and then add the 1. And those aren't like terms, so I'm not going to try to combine those together. And that should be good too. Alright, we can also check this in our calculator. If we want to graph f of x, now remember when you graph in your calculator, if you're graphing trig values, you probably want to be under the trig zoom. So zoom 7, because this is going to put it into terms that we're interested in looking at. So pi over 4 would be, this is 2 pi, so half of that is 1 pi, half of that is pi over 2, half of that is pi over 4. So here's pi over 4, 1. I can see that it does go through that point, just as it said. So I was trying to find this tangent line, the equation of the line that touches right here and goes through that point. And I ended up with 2x minus pi over 2 plus 1. So that should fit in there perfectly like it does. So now I've got a visual confirmation that this equation is where I was wanting it to be. Right, the other thing that we can do to check that this was correct, that the derivative at that x value was 2, is we can ask our calculator to do the derivative of this at this x value. So alpha window is where I like to find option 3, and we are taking the derivative with respect to x of tangent x, and tell me what happens at pi over 4. So I'm about to hit enter, and I'm going to be asking my calculator to do what we did right here. Take the derivative, plug in pi over 4 into the derivative, and it should come out to be 2. So it's got a little bit of a rounding error there, but you can see that it is trying to say 2.